And here we can see what the mechanism for reabsorption of potassium is. Now we know how it gets across the basolateral surface. It actually moves across these leak channels, but we aren't quite sure about the mechanism for how it moves across the apical surface. Okay, this mechanism is unknown. All we know is that for some weird reason, right, according to some unknown mechanism, we can move potassium from the tubular fluid into the epithelial cell, and then it is leaked across the basolateral surface, and we don't exactly know the mechanism of how this is brought about. In the distal part of the tubule, so that's the collecting duct and the distal convoluted tubule, we know exactly how potassium is secreted. It is secreted according to the sodium-potassium pump on the basolateral surface, which pumps potassium into the cell, and then the leak channels that are on the apical surface, which leak potassium into the tubular fluid. Let me see, I think I have a few questions here. Okay, so does aldosterone want to decrease blood pressure? Okay, so the question is, does aldosterone want to decrease blood pressure? And aldosterone wants to increase blood pressure, right? So that's a really good question. Aldosterone wants to increase the reabsorption of sodium. More sodium in the plasma means higher blood pressure, right? Remember, sodium has this osmotic pull where it pulls water into our plasma, which is going to increase our blood pressure, increase our mean arterial pressure, okay? Whereas ANP wants to decrease blood pressure. So aldosterone wants to increase blood pressure. It's going to be triggered, it's going to be released as a response to decrease blood pressure, whereas ANP wants to decrease blood pressure, and it's going to be released as a response to increased blood pressure. I hope that made sense. Okay. And then we'll look at this checkpoint question again the next time we meet. In fact, what I'll do is this set of checkpoint questions, guys, I'll put these as another set of extra credit checkpoint questions. So I'll put these in Blackboard, and I'll open these up for you to go in and create a response to these essay type questions. And as a part of our review, I'll go through our previous extra credit question, which is currently there, as well as this group of extra credit questions. I'll go through these two sets of questions as a part of our review.